All right, here we are live for this week ending on October 31st. Today is Halloween, and I hope y'all are getting into that holiday spirit. Not my favorite holiday, but that's a different conversation. So here we are. All right, we got a lot to talk about today. We've got some outstanding scenarios that our customer service team has been cranking on. It's a big week. One that I'm actually not happy to start with, but it is what it is. Our dev team did an overhaul of our inHarmony music meditations app. We tried to do it on Monday morning underneath the radar and behind the scenes, and that was a tremendous fail. I'm the first one to tell you. And not very happy with our app development team. We then pressed forward on Monday night from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. with we called it maintenance. It took us about 5 hours. We're basically reprogramming the back end. It's already done. This is past tense. We have reprogrammed the back end. And because we re-indexed our library and our catalog, and we changed the way the back end interacts with the front end, we needed to coordinate a new front end with the rollout and the updates that are happening in the back end. And we failed. We did not do this well at all. Not only did we not do it well at all, but unfortunately, we weren't able to test through all of the different devices and user interface changes. And let's just say this week has not been fun for us. And I know it has not been fun for you. However, we are ahead of this at this point. It took us 4 days, actually Wednesday afternoon. All Android users were back to normal with a couple of updates. So everybody in our app received a forced update request, which basically means that as soon as you open up the app, it's going to say you need to update. And then once that update went through, Android users had some user interface issues. On the iOS side, we have playback, but the user interface is definitely not up to par. Anyhow, we have fixes in place for Android. So if you haven't yet, upgrade to 4.0.1 in the Android Google Play Store. That app is live and that release has been live since yesterday. On the iOS side, on Wednesday afternoon, we submitted to them our user interface upgrades, and unfortunately, that has not been released yet. I'm going to show you what the workaround is here on the iOS side. We're going to share our screen real quick. And if this isn't relative to you, I apologize, but I think it's really important that you take a look and that you maybe if you're an affiliate, you can explain this to somebody else. So this is the inside of our working now. I happen to be on a Mac, and if you didn't know, our app actually works on any Mac that has an Apple chip. So the M1, M2, M3, M4. And if you click into a music meditation, it just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. And obviously this is not the solution, but you will see a little dash here, and you can pull down on the iPhone screen, and that moves the play button down into the bottom of the footer. And once it's down in the footer, the music meditation will actually begin to play. For some of you, it will not play by clicking this footer button. And the answer is to click the play button. In the featured tracks, it says play. In the rest of the music meditations on your home screen, it's simply sitting in the footer. And interestingly enough, you can play around with this and get it to work. Again, I know this is not the solution, but once you get that down into the footer, you just got to play around until you can get this to play. And again, I know this is not the solution or the answer, but you can get this to play by moving this down into the footer and pushing play. And again, it's a little, even as I'm showing you this, it's glitchy, and I totally get that. We have a fix already submitted to the App Store, and that should be happening. Again, I'm hoping that it gets released today. We'll see how this goes. But again, once you get things down into the footer, you can push play, and it will work. I know it's glitchy and it's not the best answer, but our customer service team is working diligently to get back to as many of you as quickly as possible and let you know exactly what's happening. Our team is working diligently on it around the clock. Our poor dev team, I don't think they've slept very much, nor should they. I might mention, but we are working on this feverishly so that we can get this updated and corrected. Apple, I hope to have this update out today. And we do have some workarounds. As always, if you have any questions, my phone number is at the top of my website, and I would love to speak with you. The last couple of days, I have been in the studio. I've been answering calls in between shoots. It's pretty hectic. John, Anna, Sarah, the rest of our team are here to support you as well. We've been getting back to as many support emails as we can. We've been updating our Telegram user group as often as possible. And we're working on frog forgiveness. That will actually be renamed today. In fact, I'm going to take care of that. Believe it or not, our backend interface with our app has also been getting upgrades and updates. At the end of the day, all of these upgrades and all of this short-term pain is going to be worth it, because on the other side, you actually have a faster acting and reacting app. We have a better back end that is upgraded and built for us to go into the future. We're at 245 music meditations as of today. We plan on getting to 500 in 2026. We are going to continue to release new music meditations. We have new user interface updates coming up. We have new category interfaces coming up. We have new abilities for monetization also happening for new artists to bring in music. 2026 is going to be a very big year for the inHarmony Music Meditations app. And these upgrades, as painful as they are and as unhappy as I am in how they were rolled out, we will do better. It's all worth it. It's all worth it. All right, moving on. We have two other scenarios that I want to bring to your attention, and it is a known issue with our inHarmony headphones. Our last batch of headphones from our manufacturer, not all units, but many units are having audio issues. Either one side not working, or one side having volume that's lower, or a cord that does not activate. If you're having issues with your inHarmony headphones, we will cover you, obviously. Many of you are receiving inHarmony headphones, and as part of our Black Friday, Cyber Monday offer, and they're not working. And that is not the impression that we want to have on you. We are returning our last lot of headphones. We are replacing them as needed. And each and every one of you, if you're having any issues, reach out to us. We're going to have about a 1-week delay in shipping headphones as we receive the first lot of our replacement headphones from our manufacturer. And then obviously the second lot is going to be sent in as well. Again, if you have a pair that work great, work perfectly, you're awesome. That's amazing. It's not every single product, but it's been more than enough to keep us busy on our end. And we are certainly working with each and every one of you. Thank you for your patience to troubleshoot with us so that we can identify and understand exactly what's happening with the headphones that you do have. Some of it, believe it or not, is a user mistake. And I do appreciate and understand the challenges with our inHarmony headphones. I don't have a pair within reach here. But part of the issue sometimes is they're just not plugged in correctly. So we do need to troubleshoot with each and every one of you. It is taking us time to work through some of these customer service scenarios. So thank you again for your patience on that front. And then the last thing I want to talk to you about that we've been working on is our Sound Lounge One boxes. And again, this is unbeknownst to you, frankly, and us, which I'm also working on. The most recent container of Sound Lounge One boxes that we received, the Sound Lounge One boxes, were upgraded. They were upgraded because a container back in February, all of the Sound Lounge One boxes came damaged in the container. So they weren't sturdy enough to work in the kit. We didn't lose any product, but we had to rebox, I don't know, 40 or 50 containers. You can go back on our lives on YouTube and see us talking about it. We posted pictures. It was awful. Because of that, our factory increased the reinforcements of the boxes. They put on corners, and they put on actually an additional box around our box. Unfortunately, this took us outside the maximum size for our for shipping with FedEx. We were already pretty close, and this put us outside. So on, I don't know, 10 or 12 of our Sound Lounge One orders, we received a $1,700, almost $1,800 add-on fee for FedEx. Oh, the joys of working with FedEx. Thank you. I love you. Unfortunately, we're going back and we're working with FedEx on all of these charges, but that means that we need to change the boxes. So anyway, we have other boxes in stock. We're swapping them out. It's not a major delay, but there may be delay in Sound Lounge One shipments. We're going to get a message out to all of our Sound Lounge One orders But for all of our affiliates that have clients that have recently purchased, or if anybody here is watching that has recently ordered, I mean, in the last 2 weeks, a Sound Lounge 1, we've been having trouble keeping them in stock. We've been working diligently to get them in. We have many coming in these last 2 containers and the next 2 containers. And we will be reboxing them all once received. So a little bit of a delay, but nonetheless, we have solutions in place and we're taking care of it. All right, let's talk about manufacturing and the rest of the updates that's pressing here at inHarmony. Container number 8, our red lights are in stock. We did have a couple shipping delays on this front as well. This came from internal checks and balances that we put in place. Frankly, we just had the dimensions and weights inaccurate inside Shopify. We didn't charge enough for shipping. I'm not going back to our customers and charging you for shipping, but there was a delay at our warehouse as our shipping rates were coming back more expensive than what we paid and what we charged. We've released these, and those should go out today if they didn't already go out yesterday. So a couple things that we're working on that side. This was relating to the motorized stand and the inHarmony Red Light 720. Again, these pricing variances have been taken care of and are behind us. inHarmony Red Light app is also live in both the Google Play and the Apple App Stores. This is a pretty straightforward experience, but this is an app that will sync with our inHarmony red lights. I don't have it synced right now because my red light was just taken to David Meltzer, but you basically just open it up, you search for your device, and then you can actually control all of our lights through. I'm going to have full apps. I'm going to have a full walkthrough on a new page that we're developing for this app. And it'll be linked on all of the red light pages as well. Super excited about what's happening on this front. And our red lights are in stock, and the orders are starting to fly. It's pretty awesome. Container number 7, I know we're going back, but container number 7 arrives on November 4th. Container 7 is more of our Sound Lounge 1, Sound Lounge 3s, Practitioner 2s, and massage tables. And then containers 9 and 10, which Dom and I we just pushed forward. We've been speeding up our production schedule as fast as possible due to tariffs and all of these unknown things that we have going on with manufacturing and importing. To say that it's been a very interesting landscape over these last 3 months is an understatement. And I am so grateful for all of your patience while we work through all of this stuff. And by the way, share with you what's happening as transparently as I know how to do through these weekly lives, which I actually really enjoy. And so many of you watch it and comment and all of a sudden know a little bit more about what's happening behind the scenes. And for all of our 800 plus affiliates we have around the world, for our thousands of customers, almost 10,000 over 10,000 app users right now, thank you for watching and chiming in and being active in our Telegram groups. It's this one-to-many communication that really allows us to cut down on the emails that we're sending out, which I don't think most of the time don't go through anyhow. And really continue with this open dialogue back and forth. So it's really awesome. Containers 9 and 10 are in production. Actually, they're already done with production. They're through quality control, and they're going to be loaded on a vessel and sent here. To think we brought in 10 containers this year in 2025 is absolutely bananas, and we are already looking for our purchase orders for 2026. And what is probably going to be broken up into 3 different orders for 2026, the growth has been absolutely spectacular and magnificent, and just know that we are working diligently to get as efficient and effective as possible. inHarmony Media and Music Meditations app, I've already mentioned to you the issues that we were having kind of at the top of this call. 245 music meditations in our app as of this broadcast. The next music meditation that we're going to release is an inHarmony tuning track. Anthony has been working on this all week. I'm actually pretty excited to chat with him later today to talk about and hear about how we're going to bring this music meditation home. It'll probably be finished next week. The reason we have an inHarmony music meditation tuning track is because we are noticing, and I just recorded content on this. It's going to be going out on TikTok, Instagram, all the socials. But I want to talk about it here, and I've mentioned it a couple times. Unity level. This comes down to how your volume output is set up on your device that is running our inHarmony app. And it's pretty clear when you change the volume, you can see that I just opened up the app for the first time and the volume was way down low. So historically, the suggestion has been to raise the volume to 100%. You can see that on the side of my iPhone. The suggestion now is to go all the way up to the top and then come back to, and you can see how that little notch changed twice. We're going to be working in the user interface on the play screen, a volume control. But until we have that, it's the controls on the side of your phone that are important. And unity level is about 80 to 85% of the total output on your phone. And the reason this changed is we're noticing in iOS 26, Android OS 15, and on the newer devices, particularly the iPhone 16, 17 Pro, and the Samsung 24, 25, all of these different devices, that they're all starting to send out a more powerful signal when it comes to the audio out and what that looks like. So we're starting to see static and distortion when you're on our technology. And the way to fix that in most cases is to pull back to 80, 85% of the total volume on the input device. And again, this tuning music meditation is going to be an experience where you can actually sit down, headphones on, adjusting the volume on your phone, adjusting the volume and vibration knobs on the Sound Lounge while still giving you a pretty powerful experience and a musical experience that allows you to tune your tech either when you're moving it or when you're installing it for the first time, setting it up for the first time, or if you're in a wellness center or a med spa, giving your staff the ability to tune it throughout the day, because we know clients and customers love to make adjustments on their own. So this brings that all back to baseline and make sure that we are giving you and you are receiving the best experience possible on our technology. So some new developments as the phone developers and operating systems make changes on their end, we are reacting to those changes as well. inHarmony AI, Digital Craig got some massive updates last week. Version 4 is now live on our website. And so many of you are having conversations with him. He's answering questions. We're following along. It's kind of beautiful. We have now released Digital Craig, a new version of Digital Craig in our DMs on social media, Facebook and Instagram in particular. He's good, and we're constantly monitoring those conversations and making adjustments. He does introduce himself as Digital Craig. So we are as transparent as we possibly can be with the use of Digital Craig, and he is there to answer questions and receive. So Digital Craig is absolutely amazing, and he is so fun to listen to anyhow. So that's awesome. On the inHarmony science and research side of things, I just recorded a new video with Dr. Francisco Sidral regarding our research results. We are editing it now. We will be posting it this week. Check our science and research page below. Are you participating in our science and research? The page looks a little something like this. And this could be next to your inHarmony machine, anywhere you have it. And you could be collecting data for us. So we just reviewed more data that we've received and released another video. On the inHarmony University side of things, I have to be honest with you, all of these different scenarios and challenges that we've been working through have had me spread very thin, and progress has not been made, but it will be next week, and we are working on it. Managing and running this business is obviously first. Operations is first. Manufacturing is first. And we're building from there. inHarmony University is coming, and I'll have updates next week. All right. Dom and I just got back from celebrating our place on the Inc. 5000 list. We got this beautiful little statue that I absolutely love. It's solid glass. It's got some nice weight. I don't know if it's crystal or what, but it's got some really, it's awesome. And I am super grateful. We qualified 2,444. I love the number. And Dom and I just spent 5 days together, which is always awesome. We come out with ideas, and obviously we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. The app was a complete surprise this week. We've been working through headphone scenarios. We've been working through Sound Lounge One Box issues. We've been working through red light shipping issues, all this stuff. Anytime, Dom and I, we talk every day, but for us to be able to get together and drop in and spend time together, that happens probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 times a year. So we're pretty intentional about the time that we spend together, and this was very powerful. On Monday morning, we hosted an inHarmony and SoundSelf webinar. It went great. The recording is being edited and will be updated and placed on our SoundSelf page on our website. We got to a lot of Q&A. We talked about a lot of the new developments on our side and their side. And then today, around 12:30 Pacific, I'm actually going to be hosting with Robin's going to be hosting it, and I'm going to be joining at their ecosystem to talk about the same thing. So we love our partnership with SoundSelf. We love what's happening with them as well. As you probably saw on Instagram, I just got back from 2 days in the studio, and it was absolutely incredible. I was both a guest and a host on now our 6th season, Office Hours Season 9. We just finished the first half of recording, 2 days in the studio. Happy birthday, Rachel, Ellie, Grace. Marketing team was there. We were shooting behind the scenes. We shot a ton of extra content that's going to be going out through our socials. That was very timely and needed to get done as well. So very, very productive days. If you haven't seen what went on yesterday, please hop over to Instagram. That's where we posted those updates and stories. It's pretty awesome. We are back again. I'm actually in the office for the next month and a half, November until December. The next 2 events that we have coming up is going to be Office Hours Season 9. I have actually 2 other events that I need to add. We're going to be doing A4M. We're also going to be doing, these are going to be jam-packed weeks. We're also going to be doing the LMT Success Group. So I will get those updated on next week's updates and then CES in the new year. All right, a little bit of a longer update. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for your patience while we work through all of these different scenarios. Our team works diligently for you. I work every single day, 7 days a week. So does Dom. Our team is here 9 to 5, Monday through Friday in multiple time zones to make sure that we can work through all this. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your share. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. And I hope you have an absolutely spectacular day.